Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Kahf to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu that illa yasha'Allah, that why did you not say inshallah? And what is the background of this ayat? This ayah, that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu was promised to answer certain questions, the 3 questions to Yahudis or Bani Israel who came to him and they asked him the questions, the 3 questions. One of the question was, what you see about the ruh, the soul, which is inside ourselves. And they asked about Zulqarnain, that there was a mighty ruler who traveled all around the world and he made the powerful rule. And also it's about the DNA, that the genetics, about the question about genetics. The genetics come from mother and father. So there were 3 questions were asked by Yahudis, the Jews, to Prophet Muhammad, and he simply said to them, come to me tomorrow, I will answer you. And he was expecting the answers from Allah, from God. Then God will reveal him, then he will answer. But he missed one thing, he did not say inshallah. He did not say inshallah. So what happened now? When you go to the Surah Al-Kahf, then Allah was not sending him the answers. So what Allah said, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ إِذَا نَسِيتَ. So Allah said that, why did not you say, if my Lord will, if Allah will? وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ غَدًا إِلَّا يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ, except my God, Allah, will. So what we learn here, that never say or claim anything you want to do it tomorrow or today or in the afternoon or after an hour or even after a minute. Never forget to say inshallah. There is admonition here that whenever you plan to do something, you must say inshallah, because we have no power to do anything. Even the prophets of Allah, the prophets of God, they have no power to do anything. Even the Jesus said in the Bible, I can't do my own nothing. What the Jesus said, I can't do anything by my own nothing. I cannot do my own nothing. So even the Jesus Christ, he said, the Prophet Muhammad said, that I have no power even for my own self, for good or the harm or the benefits. And even Allah said to Prophet Muhammad to tell to the people that I do not know the unseen. I don't know the ghaib. If I know the ghaib, that what will happen tomorrow, I can arrange many benefits for me. For example, tomorrow there will be some loss coming, and then you can prepare to prevent the loss. But nobody knows what will happen to us tomorrow. Nobody knows what will happen to us tomorrow. Even we don't know when is our life will finish. We are here with the program here. And Allah made this program. We try to struggle, we try to do the things. If Allah will, we can do it. And if Allah doesn't will, we cannot do it. For example, the 8 billion people lives in the earth today, and everybody want to become rich. But how many people rich? Not even 5% people are rich. Very rich, maybe not even 1%. But 100% everybody want to become a rich. And nobody become rich except Allah will make you rich. So we are not have any power to ourselves. We don't have any power to ourselves. That's why we always have to depend on Allah. And when you depend upon Allah, you must say inshallah. If Allah will, I can be able to do it. Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu, one of the companion and the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, I knew Allah by my intentions not fulfilling. That anytime, most of the time, I plan to do something, and my plan will not push through. So he said, I knew Allah by my plan is, most of the time, is not pushed through. So we have so many things we plan, and then it's not going to happen. Why? Because Allah did not decide it. It was not the will of Allah. That's why we learned one message, and the other message same in the Surah Al-Kahf, that one person, he was very arrogant. He was telling to his companion that I have a bigger garden, I have many children, I have many this. So he's very arrogant, mayabang. So he was very arrogant, he was very mayabang. So he was trying to boost himself that I have big gardens and I have many children and I have this wealth and so many things. So Allah did not like it. And he burned his gardens at night. And he wanted to go hidingly to get all the fruits so no poor people will come to get the share. So he was very arrogant and he was very greedy and he was very niggard. So what Allah said, when Allah burned his gardens, then Allah said, why you did not say mashallah? That these all blessings from Allah. This all my children is from Allah. This all the greatness I have is all from Allah. So I say mashallah. So Allah was telling him after burning his gardens and making destruction, and he was saying, I have been deprived now and my gardens are gone, my wealth is gone. And then Allah asked him, Allah said here, not to him but to teaching us that why he did not say illa yasha, illa mashallah. Mashallah al billah. What is he was supposed to say mashallah la hawla la quwwata illa billah. That it's all happened to me, these all blessings is by the will of Allah. La quwwata illa billah. There is no power except from Allah. There is no power except from Allah. So these are the two very beautiful message in Surah Al-Kahf, which is one of the recommended surah which Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu always recommend us to recite, especially on Jummah. And that is also protection against the Masih Dajjal, the false Christ. When he comes, the Masih Dajjal, Allah will protect us if you are going to read this surah. Because this surah has things that we follow to protect ourselves by the will of Allah from Masih Dajjal, the greatest deceiver, the greatest evil in all the mankind, in a human, among the human. Of course, among the jinn, the worst is Iblis, the shaitan or Satanas. So we can always learn those beautiful things that prophets, even the prophets, they were the greatest people, but they have no power for themselves anything. They cannot even save their own family. For example, their own family member. Like Prophet Muhammad, he was not able to guide his uncle, Abu Lahab, and he will be going in the hellfire. Allah said in the Quran. The Prophet Ibrahim, he was not able to save his father Azar, and he would die as a disbeliever, shirk, polytheist, and he will be going in the hellfire. The Prophet Noah, he was not able to guide his own son, and his son was drowned in the water, and in the next life he will be going in the hellfire. And it is all the statements we have in the Quran, also in the Bible, in the other books. It's always said that we have no power, all power belongs to Allah. Innal quwwata lillahi jamia. Surely all the power belongs to Allah. And Allah said also in the Quran that Ya ayyuhan nasu antumul fuqara ila Allah. O mankind, O people, you are all beggars to Allah. You're all beggars. You are very weak in front of Allah. You always need Allah. And Allah called himself Allahu Samad. Allah is not in need of anything. Allah is not in need of anyone. He is the most powerful. So may Allah guide us. May Allah always give us more and more power to read the Quran and understand the Quran. Even the base of the Quran is that belief, La ilaha illallah, that there is no God except Allah. So it means to say there is no one can give me the benefit and loss except Allah. There is no one can give the life and death to me except Allah. There is no one who can give the honor and dishonor except Allah. There is no creator except Allah. There is no Lord except Allah. There is no cherisher except Allah. There is no sustainer except Allah. There is no provider except Allah. So everything belongs to Allah, and He is the honor. Sharing Mayari. He is the honor, He is the powerful, and we always ask Him to help us. And that's also the part of La ilaha illallah, that we worship Him because He is the one responsible for everything. He is the one can hold our profit and loss, our lives and deaths, our honor and dishonor. And He is the one who can, without His will, cannot happen anything. So we need to follow His commandments, so He can protect us from hellfire and from His anger, and He can bring us with His mercy in Jannatul Firdaus in paradise. Ameen. And then we can do the part of the La ilaha illallah. We can always ask Him. Beside to say, you want to do something, inshallah, and when something happen, you say, mashallah, and when you get blessings, say, alhamdulillah, thanks to Allah, salamat Allah. then there is another very important part of our faith is to pray to Allah. What is the difference between a believer and atheist? When believer get the problem, he remember Allah, Allah help me. When believer needs something, he pray to Allah, I need this one, please give it to me. What the atheist do? When he needs something, he don't pray to Allah because he don't believe in God. And if he has a problem, he's not calling to Allah, he's not calling God because he don't believe in God. So what is the difference between us as a believer and the atheist, the godless? So whenever you need something, pray to Allah. And whenever you have any problem, pray to Allah to solve this problem. There was a president of communism before, the communist, Mikhail Gorbachev. The communism was teaching to not to believe in God and to become godless. But when they were losing the war in Afghanistan, the Soviet Union, the communist, and the Muslims were defeating them, and this Gorbachev was very stressed. And many of the occasions, even though they were saying that they don't believe in God, when he was in his stress and he has a lots of troubles that time, whenever he speech, he always say, oh my God. He started to believe in God. He started to repeating the word of. So that is the powerful word. Whenever you problem, always remember God, Allah Almighty, and call upon Him for whatever we need and whatever the problems we have to resolve for us by His power, and to help us for whatever we want to achieve in our life, in this life, and also in the next life, and to save us from His anger and save us from hellfire. And may Allah be happy with us, enter to us in Jannatul Firdaus, in paradise, in next life, forever. Amin.